Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Solana price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis, and starting with the daily chart. As you can see, a finished impulse, or we are looking to finish an impulse with a wave 5, where we can see in the label here green 1, 2 and 3 and finished wave 4, and we are still looking for a wave 5 towards the upside. Now as we can see here in our wave 2, we have a flat. We can see the same is happening in the wave 4. However, the time of the wave 4 can range either the double time of a wave 2. If we take the time here, almost it can even range to the double time of a wave 2 based on Elliott Wave theory, of course. Therefore, it is very possible that we keep ranging here before we move up to our wave 5 towards the upside. Now, if you want to take a closer look to this wave 4, if it has finished or not, are we looking for an impulse towards the upside already or not? We need, of course, to zoom in a little bit here and to take a look in the 4-hour chart to see what is going on exactly. So we have, of course, several scenarios here, which are most of them bullish scenarios. One is bearish, but it's a short-term bearish and then moving to a bullish scenario. Therefore, I'm gonna start straightforward with the only a bearish scenario possible, because the only scenario possible as a bearish here, of course, is to be a WXY, where we are looking for a wave C for a zigzag towards the downside. Considering that this is a finished ABC zigzag, and then we are looking to a finished running flat, which is the most rare case scenario to see a running flat. However, if that is the case, because an X always tend to be sometimes a running flat, this is a most case scenario where you can see a running flat in a wave X. Therefore, it gives a little bit higher possibility. So what we want to look after this running flat is a zigzag again. So in that case, we can get a double zigzag in a WXY complex structure. And of course, if you want to see exactly if we have hit our target for a wave B for a zigzag, it is very possible, of course, to see that we have almost hit the 0.38 fib level for a zigzag. Therefore, this zigzag can be taken from here, A, B, and a C towards the downside. Of course, your target is the 1-to-1 at $94 for Solana. And another possible as well scenario is a double 1-2 for Solana. However, it's not really high probability, and I'm gonna explain why. Let's say here you have an impulse as 1 and a 2. This is your first 1, 2. Then you want to have another impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, this is your 1. Now this kind of look an impulse again, so therefore it kind of an invalidation, especially that this has overshoot this price and it touched the 886 of this price. Therefore, this is a very, very low possibility to move with a very big impulse. Now, let's say again, starting from here, that this is an impulse and you are looking for 1, 2 here, and then this is your 1 and 2, and then 3, 4, 5. So this is your most maybe a bearish scenario, that you want to see a continuation of a 1, 2, 3. In that case, your bearish scenario, of course, you want to see a deeper wave 3 than a zigzag where we saw before, finishing exactly here. Now this has a very low also possibility, because of the nature of that impulse towards the downside. It is very, very hard to count somehow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, if it is the case, we are looking then at 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you want to go impulsively towards the downside. Now also the lowest, what lowers the possibility is your second 1, 2 is even very lower than your first. You want to see, of course, a 1, 2 a little bit higher than this. If you want to see double 1, 2, you want to see a 1, 2 hitting here, and your second 1, 2 is a little bit higher, and then moving up, of course, with a new bullish scenario. So those are your bearish scenarios. Those are your bearish scenario. Now what we are looking for is our bullish scenarios. So our bullish scenarios, as we saw in our daily, we have finished, of course, our wave 4 here, possibly we are looking for an impulse here, which is a 1 and then 2 and then 3, 4, 5. By the way, I mentioned that this has a very low possibility because as well here is also very impulsive. However, it can still be an A, a B, and a C. However, if this is an impulse 1 and 2, then we are looking here exactly for a hit target at 0.78, perfect for a wave 2 after having a 1 and a 2 towards the downside. Now what you would like to see, of course, is a formation of other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards the upside. Therefore, we need now to zoom in this area on the 1 hour chart to see exactly what is going on. So on the 1 hour chart, we can see, of course, a formation of a diagonal here. It is a little bit a choppy price. I know that this is kind of like very choppy. It doesn't look very impulsive. However, if we look here, we see our impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can see a formation of 3 waves, A, B, and a C. Your C is an impulse towards the downside, of course, finishing this A, B, C. Now, what we are looking at is here a diagonal taking a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, finishing this contracting diagonal towards the upside, forming a wave 1 in green. Of course, I'm going to remove this. There is no need for it now. And yeah, as we can see, the wave 1 has been formed. We are looking for a wave 2, of course, preferably in the green box. For a wave 2 for the fib level, and preferably also with the time mentioned in that blue box. Therefore, by all means, we need to see a lower prices now, today, finishing, of course, this wave 2 if we want to move up towards the upside. So your wave 2 is forming actually already as a W, X, and Y. Your W is kind of impulsive. You can see also your X is very complex structure towards the upside, and we want to see now a kind of a zigzag towards the downside, finishing the W or finishing, of course, the wave 2. Now, of course, you can have even for wave 2 a higher fib levels were like the 0.5 and the 0.38. However, preferably, of course, the 0.5 in case we only want to hit a wave a W. In that way, we hit a wave a W, and also we hit a wave 2 exactly on the fib levels, and then we can move forward towards the upside for an impulse, of course, and continuation of that big wave 5 towards the upside. In the case that it's not a wave 5, of course, as mentioned in the daily scenarios, it could be something like a diagonal towards the upside, having here finishing as this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, hitting exactly the 1.618 for a flat here, as you can see, expanded flat A, B, and this is your C as 5 waves towards the upside. So therefore, the bullish scenarios has higher possibility as well. It's the same like in Bitcoin. We see almost the same scenarios. We have like low possibility for bearish scenarios. In case it happens, we want to finish here a zigzag, possibly finishing a WXY, or even ranging for more time where you want to finish here your even potential wave C as a flat, for example, and where you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also could be a target or primary target for a flat, hitting $174 for Solana. So let me recap the things. In your bullish scenarios, you have your first target as a wave C in a flat. After finishing, of course, an A, B, C, you want to seek here for another flat, hitting this fib level at 174. After this, you want to see a zigzag forming to finish these 3 structures as W, X, Y, and then move up again towards the upside. This is your closest bullish scenario and your minimum target as a bullish scenario. If you are bullish from this price towards the upside, this is your first primary target. Your second primary target would be a 1.618 at 206. Finishing, of course, this zigzag here, we are looking at A, B, and a C for an expanding flat, A, B, C. Again, finishing a zigzag, expanding flat, you want to look again for a zigzag towards the downside, finishing a W, X, Y. Again, the same scenario as before, and looking for higher prices. Now, in case that we have finished our correction already in this wave 4, you are looking then to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to see continuation over the 1.618 even for Solana, of course, to reach higher prices and new higher high. So that was it as a recap for the bullish scenarios. Your bearish scenarios, of course, have been mentioned with a very low possibility. Only the biggest possibility or the highest possibility as bearish scenario is your zigzag here, finishing WXY and then moving up again towards the upside. Thank you for watching. That was it for Solana. Thank you for your likes and comments and your support for this channel. See you in the next videos. Bye bye.